starts the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show, featuring Dan Harsha and Dan Allman. This week's show, we're highlighting the latest in music, life, and culture.
Others through different eyes.
Yo, 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 this is Dan Harsha, and this is the Guitar Gurus, and with me always is...
It's Dan Albin here.
Yeah, we got Dan Albin locked in on the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system again this week. How are you, bud?
Loving life, buddy. Loving life, man. Being positive. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right, man. Dude, the pollen is out there today, dude.
Yeah, my eyes are on freaking fire.
Dude, we're just starting off the show popping tops, popping ollies, dude. What do you think, man? Let's start it off right. All right, I'm rushing into it because I just had a coughing attack, so I need to wet my whistle. So you got it ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna pop mine in a few. You
all
pop
right.
yours.
All right, cool. Save me. All right, here we go, guy.
The glorious sound. Heard. You can hear it all over the counties.
Yeah, man. So, dude, we're not even 2 minutes in the show. I'm popping ollies. My throat was dry. I needed the energy.
Yeah, that's right. I messed up, man. I'm off my game, so I popped mine before you called.
Dude, that's the Corona Files, dude. And dude, we're on to episode 69, man.
That's insert joke here, you know.
That's right, dude. We made it to the perverted one, the perverted episode number.
No matter how you flip it, baby, it's still 69. So
amen to that. Yeah. But anyway, man, dude, shout out to last week's show. It was awesome, man. How about that? What did you think of that one?
Oh, I had so much fun. So much freaking fun last week.
Yeah.
We shouldn't even be having this much fun, but I'm glad we are.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you do the shout out to him. Give him a shout out this week, dude.
You want me to do the shout outs this week?
Well, on the last week's guest, give him a shout out, man.
Wow, that's awesome. I don't normally get to do that.
Yeah. Throw a little wrench in the thing today.
So I have to say it was an incredible time. We had a lot of fun getting on the call and mixing it up and goofing off, and we had a good mix. We actually had 3 people on the call. That's hard to do, buddy.
Right, man, and we managed, and we didn't really step over each other that much. It was awesome.
No. So we got to give it up to 3 Days of Rain, right?
3 members of 3 Days of Rain on the call.
We had Rockin' Rob Lehman, one of my buddies, one of my golf buddies.
Right, Rockin' Rob.
We had Carly and Rick.
Right.
Oh, man, what a good time it is whenever we get any of those fine people on the show.
I love it when Carly screams Rockin' Rob. I always try to imitate it. Look, I'm going to try again real quick. Rockin' Rob.
Yeah, hey, that's pretty good.
Right, dude. She's awesome with that, man.
She's probably going to tell you that that you should do that from now on.
Now that's her thing. I'm just imitating because I think it's cool.
Yeah, we should have got that on a soundbite. We should have that available.
I have to go back and kind of scrub the show and find it and do that, man. That would be kind of cool.
So shout out to 3 Days of Rain. Thank you guys for coming on. We had a great time with you as always.
Yeah, that was real cool. Real cool. Shout out 3 Days of Rain. Carly and Rick Zacutney and Rockin' Rob Lehman. That was awesome, man. And of course we had Higgy and Sean on too, and they were fantastic. But that was episode 68. Awesome. But we're on to episode 69 this week, man. What do you think about that, Mr. Alden?
Yeah, I've been waiting for this one here, buddy.
That's right, man. First up, we're going to have our standard show, like usual, kind of modified, though. We're going to have David Higgins on from the Southern Maryland Chronicle for Higgy on the Beat. He's going to bring us everything, what's happening in the news. Really not much news in the gig front since everything's shut down still, but he'll get us caught up in some Corona information. And then we're going to do some music history. And April 23rd in music history looking pretty damn cool this week. You don't get to see the copy because it comes late, Albin, but I think you're going to like this, man. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I get, the thing about this the only thing, but I am enjoying this part of it because I'm hearing it like everybody else is, because usually I've already sat down and read everything ahead of time and I know what we got.
Right.
With him, it comes too late. I don't get to see it. So I like the surprises. This has been fun. Yeah,
we got some nice Born on this days, so that's kind of cool. And what's cool is one of our guests tonight is celebrating a birthday, so that's kind of cool this week. So we'll have to give a shout out. Yeah, so that's cool, man. So that'll be Higgy on the beat. After we do Higgy on the beat, we're just gonna jump right into it and get Sean Kirkpatrick on for Sean in 60 seconds.
Yeah, man.
And see what's happening in his crazy world, living vicariously through him and his stories. And he can't report on the trilogy, man, because they're kind of shut down too. So we're just we're just hanging out, keeping it loose, man, until everything gets fired back up. Then that's when we'll go back to the pro style show. What do you think, man?
Yeah, once this thing fires back up, we're going to be all pro back again. But for now, let's have some fun.
Right. So shout out the Prime Street Grill and shout out to Island Music. We look forward to getting back to you guys when everything gets back to normal. So that's cool too. So no guitar of the week this week. But I still have that TED 600 here. I still have it.
Shh.
No, he knows. It's all good.
Don't tell anyone.
So after all that, we'll take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and keep it with the band series during the Corona File shutdown. This week, we got the Phillip Michael Parsons Band. We got Phillip himself, and then Mr. Chris Dean on guitar for him, man. What do you think about that, Robin?
Yeah, you know this is going to be a good one.
Right, and Chris Dean is celebrating his birthday this week. So,
so
we'll have to give him a happy birthday when we get him on the phone, man. That'll be kind of cool.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
So
he's got a long history with us, and it's great that he just keeps coming back.
Yeah, he was with us before. He was with us in the first 6 episodes, I thought, or 7 episodes like that.
Yeah. He was with us when we had less than 100 followers.
Yeah, right. Dude, now we're over 7,500, man. How about that, dude? That's pretty awesome, dude.
How about that? Yeah.
I mean, just for us in Southern Maryland doing our thing, growing the show, that's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool.
Yeah, shout out to those guys, man. We cannot wait to get them on for you guys tonight and hear all about what's happening.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, man. But, dude, another week down in quarantine, locked down. Of course, both of us are essential workers for our company, except I'm working remotely as a backup for the branch. In case someone goes down, they can plug me in, but I'm still doing my job remotely. But, dude, another week down, man. It's kind of weird out there, right?
It's very weird out there. I'm going in every day holding the place together. Barely holding it together, but, you're still dealing with some people, so you have to take the proper precautions to do it correctly, and it's very strange, man. There's some days where there's no one on the road, and then there's other days where you think somebody lifted the entire band all at once.
Right.
I don't get it.
Right, but I will say the word is that you got the guys there giving first class customer service in a uncertain time. So I commend you on that, and the customers love it, man. I do know that.
Yeah, we're doing it, man. We're doing it.
Cool. Well, dude,
it's a collective effort.
I know, man. I can't wait to get back to see you every day, man. This is insane.
I know. I miss our morning Denny's breakfasts before work.
Yeah, man. Boy,
at 6 a.m.
Right. We're eating at 6 a.m.
Yeah, we're having breakfast, talking about shit at 6 a.m., man.
Right. Everybody's sleeping.
Yeah, we're the only two in there.
Yeah, right. We just say pick a table.
I love it. Can't wait to get back to that.
I know, man. I miss that stuff, man. It's crazy, dude. You don't really miss it until it's taken away.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
And that's something I hope everybody reflects on that. So when everything does get fired back up, everybody can just appreciate what we call normalcy.
Right.
Wow.
And there are certain things, and everyone has their own way. But there are some things that we don't need to go back to, but there are things that we do need to go back to. So everybody figure that out on their own.
Right. No handshaking.
If you've lived without certain things for the last 5-6 weeks, you take a look at it and you go, I really don't need that. I'm looking at, if we got a quick second.
Sure.
I was talking to, I called my car insurance company today because I pulled up, I know my bills usually due around this time of the month. So I pulled it up online and it said paid in full. And I'm paid up for the next 3 months.
Wow.
And I was like, well, how did that happen? Oh, well, back in March, I misread my bill, and I thought I owed more than I did, so I ended up paying the whole damn thing off for the rest of the
Yeah, dude, you won off the field, man.
Yeah, I wish I had that $226 back right now, but yeah, I don't have to worry about it for the next 3 months. But they told me, hey, through April and May, you're getting money back in your account because they're giving me 15% discount each month because no one's driving that much anymore. There's less accidents.
Right.
So that is something that's really cool, I think, as a positive. You know, it's not as, you know, it's safer on the roads right now.
Dude, and then you heard about that beer truck that overturned in Montgomery County today. I was like, really? During the lockdown, you overturned a truck.
No, why didn't you call me earlier?
I didn't want to break your heart.
No, I would have left and I would have went to the scene.
Oh.
Unless it was like bush or something.
Bush, natural life.
My luck, it's a truck full of bush in the can.
Not even refrigerated.
Oh, damn it.
Big hanging out in the trunk of a 76 Granada. Right?
I got a hot beer in the car for you.
Oh, fuck you. Dude,
Oh, shit, we need this, man. We need this so bad.
right, dude, we do, man. It's a back and forth. Like, oh, man. Jeez. All right, dude, let's get the soundstage finish system cranking. Well, let's add Higgy on the mix, and let's get Higgy on the beat cranking. What do you think, man?
Hell yeah, man. Let's get Higgy on the beat.
All right, dude, I'm going to promo it and put you on hold, all right?
Here I go.
All right, guys, we're going to get the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system cranking and get Mr. David Higgins on with the Southern Maryland Chronicle for Higgy on the beat. First of all, we got to put Mr. Alban on hold and then crank it here. And all right, there it is. The signal is locking in. Come on, Higgy, pick up on the Google Voice phone. So I hope his Google Voice and the Ollie's talk and it'll all work out. Come on, Higgy.
Good evening, Gurus.
Hey, Higgy, it's Dan. What's happening, buddy?
What's going on, brother?
Nothing, man. I got Alban on hold on the other side. Let me merge them in, all right?
All right, bring him on.
Cool. Alban, say hi to Higgy.
Higgy, how are you this evening, buddy? Hey,
Not bad, Mr. Albert. How you doing?
doing great, man. It's a pleasure as always.
Yes, it is. No shooting going on over there in the neighborhood?
Not tonight, not tonight.
Hey, there was a shooting over in Wakefield the other night.
Yes, there was.
Yeah.
Man, I don't miss living in Wakefield, I can tell you that.
Good call. Wow. So what's up, Higgy? How are you, buddy?
Not much. Working on barely any sleep, but, getting through.
Right, man. Have you heard back from Facebook yet?
Nope. The thing with that, it closes this Friday, so hopefully I'll hear something soon.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. I'm definitely praying for you every night on that one, brother.
Yeah, I'm hoping that one comes through.
Yeah, that'll be huge. Dude, let's jump into it. I know you got things going on. You're extremely exhausted. Let's just jump into it. Let's get this knocked out. What's Higgy got for Higgy on the beat this week?
All right, good evening, Southern Maryland. I'm Dave Higgins for Higgy on the Beat, coming to you live from the Southern Maryland Chronicle newsroom. This weekend, we're looking at rain pretty much all weekend, on and off. We're going to be in the mid-60s during the day, mid to upper 60s during the day, low 50s at night. Southern Maryland right now with COVID-19 coronavirus. The numbers are constantly changing every day. I'm not looking at what our daily numbers are anymore. I'm looking at it on a weekly basis.
All right.
So we can kind of see where that curve is right now. But one of the things that has stayed consistent is if you look at the fatality rate and the infection rate in the counties. Right now, Calvert County is looking at a 1.83% fatality rate, while they're looking at an infection rate of 118 people per 100,000.
Wow.
Over in Charles County, which has been hit the hardest out of the Southern Maryland counties, they are looking at a fatality rate of 4.6% with an infection rate of 214 per 100,000. To give you a clue on that one, Calvert County is about 92,000 residents. I believe that Charles County is 161,000. So they're doing about 214, 215 individuals per 100,000. and St. Mary's County, which is about 112,000, their fatality rate is, let me see where this is at, 3.36%, with an infection rate of 105.62 per 100,000. Now that fluctuates because the amount of tests that you're doing. These next couple weeks, there's a lot more testing that's going to be done. As many of you heard, Hogan was able to work a deal through his wife in South Korea, got 500,000 COVID tests.
Right.
That were delivered to BWI on Monday. Also, the states are getting more testing in, more tests from the federal government. The FDA just approved a antibody test. So there's a lot of more tests are going to be coming in. So we should see those numbers actually come down some, because it looks like we're going to have a lot more negative numbers.
Okay.
Overall, Charles County is, I believe, close to, as of taping, about 22, 23 deaths. St. Mary's County is sitting at 4. Calvert County is sitting at 3. So we haven't seen a lot of deaths down here as you have in other counties in Maryland. But still, it's, one too many.
Right, exactly.
As you all heard late last week, Maryland has postponed school start from the 24th to now May 15th, where, the week before that, they'll look at it again and decide whether they're going to go ahead and call it for the year or get them back to school. And this week, probably by the time you hear this taping, Hogan is supposed to be laying out his roadmap for recovery, how we're supposed to be opening up. Reopening up. We touched on this a couple weeks ago about how they're more than likely going to do that. 3 of the numbers that they say that they are going to look at when it comes to how we reopen is going to be the number of patients in ICU, the number of deaths, and the infection rate.
Okay.
So those are the 3 numbers that they're going to be looking at. Those numbers have to be coming down in order for us to hit those points of reopening certain things. Many of the officials have said we're more than likely going to be doing the social distancing for the next year and a half. The masks are probably going to be around for a while. It's probably going to be a soft opening. Right now we're at, in certain instances, they don't want more than 10 people in an area at a time. It's probably going to just slowly creep back up as they hit through each phase until we get back up to normal. But pretty much going forward, how we interact in the outside world is going to be changed because of this.
Yeah. Depressing, man.
So, it is.
Yeah.
No more hugs. All right, let's get to some music news.
There we go.
My computer's being a little pain right now. Hold on. There we go. All right. This day in music history, April 23rd, 1956, Elvis Presley with Scotty Moore and Bill Black played the first night of a 2-week engagement, playing 2 shows a day at the New Frontier Hotel in Las Vegas. Presley was not the typical Las Vegas Strip entertainer of the time, and his shows were met with cool reception. 1963, the Beatles and the Rolling Stones met for the first time during the Stones performance at Crawdaddy Club. The music venue in Richmond, Surrey, England, also saw performances by Led Zeppelin, Long John Baldry, Elton John, and Rod Stewart.
Wow.
1969, the Beatles were at number 1 on the UK singles chart with Get Back, the group's 16th UK number 1, credited to the Beatles with Billy Preston. It was the Beatles' only hit that credited another artist. Get Back was also the Beatles' first single released in true stereo in the U.S.
Like that song.
1971. What's that?
I like that song.
Yeah. Not a bad one. 1971, Rolling Stones released their classic album Sticky Fingers in the U.S. and the UK. The band's first release on their own label via Atlanta Records. The cover was designed by Andy Warhol, who was paid $15,000 for his efforts. The LP sleeve featured a close-up of a pair of jeans with a working zip. Widely assumed to be that of Mick Jagger, the crotch photograph of the cover was actually of actor Joe D'Alessandro. 1955, Peter Hodgson from Liverpool found a tape in his attic containing 16 of the Beatles' earliest recordings made in 1959. The tape included Hello, Little Girl, a Lennon-McCartney composition that the Beatles never recovered, and Ray Charles' Hallelujah, I Love Her So. The sessions had been made on reel-to-reel recorder that Hodgson's father had lent to Paul McCartney. And in 2008, Bon Jovi guitarist Richie Sambora was sentenced to 3 years probation after admitting to driving under the influence of alcohol. 48-year-old Sambora, who was not at court hearing, would have also had to attend first offender alcohol awareness classes. He was arrested in Laguna Beach after his car was seen weaving between traffic lanes.
Wow.
All right, born on this day, 1936, American singer-songwriter Roy Orbison, the Big O, who had the 1964 UK and US #1 single with Pretty Woman, plus over 20 US and 30 UK top 40 singles, including Only the Lonely in 60, Running Scared in 61, and Crying, with the Traveling Wilburys. He had a 1988 UK hit single, Handle with Care. Orbison died of a heart attack on December 6, 1988. 1960, Steve Clark, guitarist of Def Leppard, who had a 1987 UK #6 single with Animal, a 1987 worldwide #1 album with Hysteria, and a 1988 US #1 single with Love Bites. Clark died on January 8, 91 at age 30 after a night of heavy alcohol consumption combined with prescription drugs.
Wow. Partying is
Stay off the scripts. Stay off the scripts.
Right, leave that shit alone.
It was definitely a habit that you could see from the rockers from the 60s and 70s.
Because you know those scripts had somebody else's name on the bottle. Stay off the scripts.
Right.
1968, Stan Fraser from the American rock band Sugar Ray, who had a 1999 UK #10 hit single, Every Morning. And in 1985, Taro Cruz, English singer-songwriter, producer, had the 2009 UK #1 single, Break Your Heart. Southern Maryland, we have a couple birthdays this week. On Thursday, guitarist for Phillip Michael Parsons, Chris Dean. And on Saturday, Aaron Testerman, vocals for the band Rochella, and Mr. Albin's wife will be having a birthday this weekend.
Hey!
Wow, happy birthday, Angie Albin.
Well, check that out. That's a nice surprise. I didn't think you'd throw that one in there.
Yeah, well, I do local celebrities, and she's married to you, so.
That's right. That's great. Hey, I appreciate that, Dave. I really do.
Yes, of course, man.
Right.
And that's your weekly wrap on music news. As always, follow the Chronicle on Facebook at facebook.com/SOMD Chronicle or at southernmarylandchronicle.com for all your local, state, and regional news, weather, and sports.
Sweet.
And that's
Awesome,
what I got
brother.
for this week.
Dude, thank you so much, man, for putting that together for another week, man.
No problem.
Yeah, dude.
A
Appreciate all
little bit of
you do.
interesting news this week.
Yeah. I mean, we're all looking to hear what you got every week, and we appreciate everything you do. And we know it's a thankless job for the most part. It requires a lot of energy and little sleep.
Yes, it does.
But we recognize that.
Get back
And
to
we
normal
thank you.
soon.
Yeah, we thank you for it.
I appreciate that. Yeah. Hopefully we can just get back to normal soon.
Yeah, you know how we used to do back in early days. We were like, all right, everybody, get over, follow the Chronicle. Everybody that listens is all over it anyway. They all follow it now.
Right.
Right. You have built quite a good following, my friend. So keep it going.
Yeah, it's like I said, get back to normal hopefully soon. You'll start getting these musicians back out there, helping them get back on their feet.
Yeah,
And that's why we do this.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe next summer we could do a music festival, sponsored by the Gurus and the Chronicle.
That would be awesome. I think we got to do that.
That'd be real
we
cool.
definitely
man.
should do that.
That'd be real
We
cool.
can call it Higgy. We can call it Higgy stock.
Yeah.
Stop. I thought it was
The Southern Maryland Guitar Guru
Guru
Show
barbecue.
presents Higgins.
We'll work it out, but we should do something. We should put our heads together.
Higgy stock and Guru Palooza.
There you go.
We just and in fine print we decided to have both names. Right, that's cool, man. But no, Higgy, thank you so much for everything, brother. We appreciate you coming on
Yes.
every day like clockwork and reporting on stuff, man. And I really can't wait back to get to reporting on bands playing at all these places around here. So, dude, man, we'll check you next week. All right.
Yeah, I think we're gonna, once we get back and we do this, I think the music schedule is gonna fill up quick. and you're going to see a lot of big shows, I believe.
I hope so, man. I
no
hope
doubt.
you're right.
Yeah, you're gonna have some of these guys that they're itching to get out and play with each other, and you're gonna see these venues. They want to pack places because they got to make money back.
Right, exactly.
So they're going to be making some. So you're going to see some big shows.
Yep, that's awesome. All right, buddy. Well, we'll check you next week.
All right, guys. Have a great show, and I'll speak with you next week.
All right, Higgy.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, bye, guys.
All right,
See
later.
you, bud.
All right, there he goes, man. But dude, man, Higgy on the beat this week. How awesome was that?
That was fun, man. You could just we're starting to get a little more positive energy. You know, you could feel it,
Right?
and that was awesome.
Yeah, that's cool, man. So two big birthdays this week. We got Chris Dean. His birthday's going to be on Thursday, which is when the show premieres. So we'll definitely have to say happy birthday to him in a little
Yeah.
bit. And then your wife's birthday on Saturday, man.
Yeah, check that out. Yeah,
It's awesome, man.
yeah. I'm glad you reminded me because I got to go risk my life out there to take care of some things.
You order online, dude. Pro Plus, man. Come on. All right.
Oh no, it's totally going to be like a handmade deal out of some construction paper,
Yeah.
stuff like that,
And a Sharpie. And a Sharpie.
and a Sharpie.
I love it, dude. I love
I
it.
got some Crayolas around here somewhere.
Yeah, there you go. That's a crayon. You got the crayons?
What about the people who call them crowns?
I never understood that. I never
I don't get
understood that either. Dude. It's a crayon, you son of a bitch.
Well, as you can tell, we're having ourselves a good time over here.
No, yeah, man. We're in the show, man. The show's happening. It's episode 69. Flip it any way you want. You still got 69. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus. We are Southern Maryland's #1 choice for music talk radio. You know that's right.
You know that's right.
That's right, man. But no, dude, we're jamming along. I feel good, man. The energy's happening. Definitely in a better spot than I was earlier today.
Yeah.
I got to jam on some jazz before we started taping tonight, man. I took a couple pictures and put them out there. So that's kind of going on right now. But no, dude, I'm really getting into it, man. Really getting into it.
Now, are you doing should I learn how to play the sax so I can be are you doing smooth jazz?
No,
so we're doing that? Or
what
that?
I'm doing, man, growing up playing guitar in high school, it was all about rock licks. Just jamming riffs and cranking riffs, right?
Right.
So I found this guy on Instagram, Jen Larson's, and he has a YouTube page too. I've been promoting it the past couple weeks. But every week he puts a lick on. So instead of just trying to learn a whole new style, go head first, which I really want to do eventually, right now as the weeks go by, I'm just learning the lick every week. And I just think it's kind of cool, It's just something totally different, and it's got me just zoned out and, just trying something different. But, man, I highly suggest everybody try it out. It'll give your ass a workout, though. It'll humble you real quick on how fast and what you got to do to get the sounds. Because it's all about how you mute the strings with your picking hand.
Right.
It's really cool. It's real fun, man. I am thoroughly enjoying it. But that's what I'm doing to kill time in between,
Good, man. I'm glad you're doing something productive with the guitar playing and your free time there.
Right, dude. And I'm doing a big regimen of like warming up. Dude, I can't. While we got a minute or two, want to talk about this real quick to all the guitar players. A little pro tip. A Dan Harsha guitar pro tip.
It's time for the Dan Harsha Pro Tip of the Week.
Right. When you first start jamming in the day, you got to make sure you warm your hands up. You just can't just jump into it and just go crazy. You're going to kill yourself. You're going to kill your hands. So you got to warm up and just do simple warm up exercises for 5 minutes, and then steadily work into your groove. That's the pro tip this week, man. What do you think about that?
There you go. And there it was, the Pro Tip of the Week, brought to you by Dan Harsha on the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show.
That's right, the pro tip.
Yeah, you can't go in cold, man. You'll do damage.
Yeah, you really will.
You'll cramp up. You'll stretch tendons too much.
Right, you gotta.
There's all kinds of bad things that could happen.
Right, just like if you were going to go work out, you got to kind of warm up the workout. Jumping jacks in place. But you got to do that with your fretting hand. Just do simple runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 with all 4 fingers.
Right. There's a lot of great warm up techniques out there.
Yeah, and it helps you become a better player too. So that's the best part. You're not just wasting time and warming up. You're warming up, and it's giving you better technique and better handling. You know, the more you do it, the more repetition, the better.
That's right. Warmed up, you actually end up playing longer.
Exactly. You won't tire out, man. You'll actually enjoy it. Once you do get warmed up, the muscle relaxes into the operation, and then it's just ready to go like an engine.
Very nice, man. Very nice.
Well, cool, dude. Dude, I think we're going to fire up the phone system again and get Sean cranking. What do you think?
Oh, man, let's do it, dude. Let's get it on.
All right, dude. I'm going to have to unfortunately put you on hold and start the promo, all right?
Yeah, I'm getting used to it.
All right, here we go, guys. We're going to get Sean Kirkpatrick on for Sean in 60 Seconds on the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system. At the moment, though, we got to put Mr. Albin on hold while we get Sean cranking. Then we're going to merge it back together. It's going to be awesome. Here's the signal. It's locking in. Come on, Sean. Where you at, buddy? Where you at? Pick up the phone. Come on.
Good evening, gurus.
Hey, Sean, what's happening? It's Dan. What's happening, dude?
Oh, you know, same shit, different toilet.
I hear you. Hey, I got Albin on hold on the other side. I'm going to merge him on, all right? What do you think?
Sounds good.
All right, let's see. All right, here we go. Hey, Albin, say hi to Sean.
Sean, what's up, brother?
Good evening, Albin.
Yeah, good evening, Sean.
Yeah.
I love that, dude. Great, man. That's great.
How
you doing, my man? I'm doing great, dude. The sun is still shining at this point. It's nice and beautiful out.
Yeah, it was on and off there during the day today, but I managed to stay out of the rain, so that was good.
Good, man. Good. We all need a little vitamin D, man.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, that sounds like a topic for another time. Even no vitamin D? What?
Well, so I don't get sunburned. I get sun poisoning. I have no, like, melanin in my skin. It's pretty bad. I've done, like, outdoor gigs, and I had to, like, tape umbrellas to my cymbal stands in order to stay out of the sun before.
Wow.
There was one time I had to, like, wrap, like, bandanas and stuff all around my head and wear sunglasses and stuff just to keep from bubbling up.
Oh, man, I didn't mean to bring up a sore subject here.
It's not a sore subject. I think it's kind of funny. I'm like a vampire.
Yeah, I had no idea you were a vampire.
I mean, did you watch?
We learn more every week about you.
Did you watch Twilight too much, dude?
Oh no, I don't sparkle like them. Unfortunately, I just turn into like this gross mass of blisters and red nastiness. Unfortunately.
Gotcha.
Oh God, horrible. All right.
Damn.
It's no joke, honestly. Like the rest of my band would make fun of me, but like I'll like literally jump from like shadow to shadow whenever we're out and like during the daytime, trying to avoid sunlight as much as possible.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. It's pretty bad.
But you have your best shows on the water.
Yeah, it's true. And even so, most of the time the stage has a covering of some sort. And yeah, if it doesn't, then most of the time we probably won't end up playing.
Wow, I did not know that. Wow, man.
Yeah, I mean, after our stuff getting rained on, we pretty much all unanimously decided that we're not playing outdoors.
I don't blame you on that, dude.
Right. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. I mean, and not to mention, you know, I can't be out in the sun, so.
Right.
Jeez.
Luckily, like, most of our gigs are at night, so it's not that big of a deal.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So what's been happening, dude? What'd you do this past week to kill the time?
Well, so obviously everybody's dependent on alcohol at this point to try and stay sane. So I figured I would try and support local companies as well while I'm doing that. So I've been on the hunt for local distilleries.
Okay.
I found a distillery in Mechanicsville, actually two distilleries in Mechanicsville, one that makes vodka, and this vodka is called High Tide.
Right.
They got the American flag on the front, or the Maryland flag on the front, and it's pretty obvious. I found this one at Colonial Liquors right there in La Plata.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's just grain vodka, 40% alcohol. It's pretty good. And then there's another one from Mechanicsville as well called Southern Trail Distillery, and they make moonshine. That's what I'm sipping on right now. That's at about 45% alcohol. It's pretty fucking good. I mean, it tastes like any moonshine I've ever had.
Clear?
Yeah.
No, wow, all right, man. Look at all the local distilleries just cranking it out, man. That's pretty cool, man. And that wasn't a thing even 10 years ago. That wasn't a thing. That just started. So that's pretty cool to see the growth.
Yeah, there's one in Stevensville, like on Con Island, right where I grew up. It's actually pretty popular. It's called Sloop Betty. Well, the vodka's called Sloop Betty. They also make rum, but the distillery is called Blackwater Distilling.
Right.
And they just opened up a tasting room like 2 or 3 years ago. Just recently, finally, but they were having like sort of events there on site where you could do little tastings, but there wasn't an official room built yet. So they finally got that done just in time for the virus to fuck them up. There was another one I found recently too, called Everyday Vodka, and that one is brewed up, or it's distilled up in Frederick, Maryland.
Right.
So obviously I've been drinking quite a bit of alcohol.
Good for you. Good for you, and me too. Good for all of us, yes.
Yeah. It's good for all of us, right? Yeah, we got livers to take care of.
Right.
You know, if this is the way life is going to be from now on, fuck it. Let's have a good time, and if we go out early, go out early.
That's the way I feel. That's a good way to go.
Yeah.
Be
Better
happy.
to burn out than it is to fade away, man.
That's what they say, isn't it?
It's the truth.
But what's the old saying? If you're going to go with a smile on your face.
Yeah. Live fast and die young.
Yeah, all the great sayings.
Look, I'm just trying to make it through this year. I'm at that dreadful 27, so as long as I make it to 28, then I think I'll be okay for a couple more years.
Yeah, dude.
I think you'll be okay because your name doesn't start with a J. If your name started with a J, I'd be worried. If you look into that, there's a lot of J's at 27 that disappeared, man.
Yeah, they all have white lighters in their pockets.
Okay.
Dude, well, just stay on quarantine until your birthday, and you'll be good.
Right. Yeah. I hopefully I don't have to do that. Honestly, I really am hoping that I don't have to do that. I heard recently that apparently Germany just canceled Oktoberfest, so that's unprecedented.
Right? I know, dude.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude.
Right.
Rocktoberfest might be under pressure.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know Germany is a little bit more liberal than the States, but it's not so much of a question of politics as it is if it's a good idea or not. You know.
Yeah. To get too many people together like that.
Well, you figure that in Germany you've got, I can't even tell you how many people show up to that every year. I mean,
yeah, but I mean it's still months out.
Sure, you're right.
So no, I guess they're not very optimistic.
Wow. Well, we'll do something a little different here in the old U.S.
Yeah, we're gonna figure something out. I couldn't sit by and do nothing, so I got the lights set up and we're working on in the studio. We had me, Jason, and Aaron sitting in there. We were all working on 3 different projects at the same time with our headphones in for like 4 hours last night. And like we weren't even talking or nothing, but then when we were done, we kind of shared what we had accomplished, and it was like, oh, that felt good.
So you guys actually spent time like in the back in the before days. Yeah, 3 people in a room with headphones on, not paying attention to each other. That's how life used to be, right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't there.
No, I'm talking like a few months ago.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody in the same room with headphones, not paying attention to each other. That's not that far away. So, what you guys are happy with what you shared?
Yeah, I mean, so like Jason and Aaron were working on different soundbite projects, and I was working on light shows, syncing up more stuff for songs to make it neato. And I think the most recent one I've done right now is probably the best light show I've put together so far. But I think with all this downtime, you know, by the time we get back to playing a show, I'll have the entire thing synchronized.
Man, you guys would be come out of the gate. You're going to come out of the gate running, man.
Right.
Well, yeah, I mean, we got all this time, right? Why not?
Right.
Make the best of it.
That's right.
And you're still practicing, so that's kind of cool, right?
Yeah. I mean, we've reorganized the whole set. You know, I mean, we're just trying to come up with shit to do.
No better time to do it.
Right. There was a time where we were considering, taking 2 or 3 months off to revamp the show every year. And we never got around to actually making those plans. So now it's like, we know what we want. Let's just make it happen.
They were made for you this time.
Yeah. Executive order. Boom.
Yeah.
The governor
Something
said
like that.
trilogy. We're shutting
more
it down because
Donnelly.
of you. Revamp that set. I saw you at fucking Captain Pete's.
Yeah, man. So you guys ready for a story time, or are we running out of time?
Make it quick. What do you got?
What you got? Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna leave out all the names because it's super embarrassing. But I figured since it's episode 69, we're gonna talk about a sex story.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, don't make it quick. Don't worry.
Yeah. So I was doing a light show for a band. I'm not gonna say what band it was. I'm not gonna say where it was. But the bar was attached to a hotel. So the band was there the whole night. We were just goofing off, and there was this chick there that was this blonde chick, and she was smoking hot. And everybody was talking about how hot she was, and that they were going to bang her, and this, that, and the third thing, right? And so we get through doing the show throughout the night, and I'm sitting in the back of the club, like, way out of the way. Nobody knows that I'm there. I'm sitting there on my fucking laptop running lights, and this girl comes over and starts dancing by me and starts rubbing up on me, and I'm like, is this really happening right now? And then, because the venue allows that they have a hotel set up, they give us hotel rooms, so we left all the gear set up overnight. We didn't have to pack up until the next day. So as soon as the show was over, man, this girl runs straight back to the hotel room. Don't tell nobody, and just start getting it on, right? Covers are on the floor. Everything's a mess. Like there's no chance if somebody were to walk in right now that we could cover up. She's on top. And lo and behold, the whole band comes walking into the hotel room, and my dad. I am balls deep in this girl, and she just like sits up, turns around, says hi says like hello to the rest of the band. They're like, "Oh, hey guys," like nothing's going on, and they're like, "My man, holy shit!"
Oh my God.
So they're giving me like crazy props, and they're like, "Hey, we're going to Denny's. Are you guys gonna hurry up and be done and meet us there, or what? Like, what's the plan?"
What's the plan?
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, we'll meet you at Denny's. Just get the fuck out."
Wow, that gives a whole new meaning to moons over my hammy.
Right.
Wow.
Good Lord. They all thought they were going to hit that shit, and it ended up the guy who wasn't even worried about it.
Yeah, the light guy. The light guy gets it. How does that happen?
The FNL, the fucking light guy.
Right.
Wow.
The FLG, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's great.
Yeah, that's probably one of the fucking that was one of the craziest moments of my life. I never you just out of nowhere. You don't expect that shit, right?
Right.
Wow.
Best times.
Yeah.
There it is, man. That's a story. I like it.
It was fun.
That's why we love living through you, man.
Yep.
I was like 19 at the time, so I mean, we're coming up on a decade ago.
That would never happen.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Good old days.
Yeah, young and spunky.
All right, brother. Well, that was cool. That was cool. We're gonna.
I'm glad you guys liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I wonder if this story lasted longer than the... never mind. All right. So...
Right.
Don't think too much about it.
Lord.
We're just having a good time here, man.
Exactly.
I'm tired of being stuck at home, dude. I'm tired of it.
Oh my God, yeah. And that's the hardest thing about doing shows like this is because I'm trying not to talk about it because I know I'm sick of hearing about it. But what the fuck else are we going to talk about?
That's right.
Well, dude, I mean, every time I talk on the phone, I feel like I should be thanking someone for leadership because all I do is watch press conference after press conference. And all they do is just thanking each other for leadership. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your leadership during this time. All right.
Well, thanks. Thank you. Yes, I've been leading very much lately. The leading is strong.
Right. Right. I feel like I'm going to have to bring Dr. Fauci up here to go. At the mitigation, we're doing the mitigation. It's working. The mitigation.
Gonna mitigate the mitigation of this disaster.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, dude. Well, we're going to holler at you later. All right. Next week. All right.
All right, guys.
All right, brother.
All right, man.
Y'all have a good one.
All right, man. See you
See you.
later.
See ya.
See you. Boom. There he goes, dude. What's up, dude? How was that, Alban?
Dude, I had no idea we were going to go Gurus After Dark.
Right. Dude, we might get kicked off the fucking air with that shit.
That was awesome.
Yeah. What a story, man. Wow.
You know,
And
it's
my
a
dad.
show about with musicians about music. And this is the first time, episode 69, of course, that there's a story of some lewd behavior.
Right.
You know.
And then my dad showed up.
My dad, he gave me a high five while I was balls deep.
Oh, my God, dude. God help us all, right?
Yeah, help us all.
All right, dude. You want to do a quick break, then we'll get reset back up, right?
Yeah, man, I got to go drop off some ollies.
All right, yeah, let's do that. Then we'll come back. We'll get Christine, Phillip, Michael Parsons on the phone and talk all about the new PMP song, Love Hate Town, man. It's going to be awesome. What do you think about
All
that?
right. Sounds great, man.
Cool. All right, dude. It's the Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan, Southern Maryland's #1 choice for music talk radio. We'll be right back after this.
Yo, Alban, let's talk construction.
All right, Mr. Harsher, what's up?
Our good friends at Allied Renovations can offer the best value when it comes to replacing your home's exterior, whether it be your roof or facade. Did you know that?
How does he do it?
Streamlined operations. Jesse and his team have been part of the roofing community since 2015. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah, Jesse has some of the deepest roots in our community. Did you know that?
Why does that matter?
Because you don't have to worry about the here today, gone tomorrow contractor schemes that are out there.
Well, you know he's going to be around. That's some great stability.
Yes, it is. So if and when the time comes, your home needs help with its roof or facade, please don't forget to contact Jesse Wickline at Allied Renovations. That number is 301-399-7031. Once again, that number is 301-399-7031. They are waiting for your call.
Tattoos last forever. They're a permanent statement about your personality and style. Do you want to spend the rest of your life with ink that looks like it's been done by some junior apprentice? Or do you want a custom tattoo from Christopher Lane Tattoos? Chris has over 10 years in the biz and uses the best ink and machines in the industry. Check out Christopher Lane Tattoo's Instagram feed today and you will just see for yourself that he does some of the finest work in the Southern Maryland area. Give him a follow today and you will just marvel over the attention to detail in his work. Christopher Lane Tattoos on Instagram is your start on a pathway to tattoo bliss. Book your appointment through Christopher Lane Tattoo's Instagram private messaging service for an exclusive bonus that only Guitar Guru listeners are eligible for. Follow Christopher Lane Tattoos on Instagram today.
Yo, Alban, let's talk site maintenance solutions with Cooper Construction.
Okay, great. Why are we outside?
I wanted you to see how Cooper Construction's handling my site with the installation of my new septic tank system.
Oh, I'm loving all this heavy equipment I'm seeing.
You need this kind of equipment for this type of work.
You say, do you?
Yeah, man. Cooper Constructions offers complete site solutions for septic tanks and mounds, lot clearing up to 3 acres, and most importantly, stormwater management.
Okay, let me get this straight. Cooper Construction offers site maintenance for lot clearing, septic systems, and stormwater management?
You are correct.
Does Cooper Construction have all the credentials needed for this type of work?
Yes, they do, my friend. Cooper Construction has over 20 years experience in the construction world.
How do we get a hold of them?
That's easy. Just dial 301-683-7766 and ask for a site visit today. Again, that number is 301-683-7766. Give them a call. You can also reach them on the web at buildwithcooper.com. Cooper Construction. From site to site, they will treat you right.
What's up, y'all? This is Sam Grow, and you're listening to the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show.
The Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus, the only guys that would do a live broadcast from Dog Patch.
We see each other through different eyes.
Oh yeah, we're back from break. It's the Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan, Southern Maryland's #1 choice for music talk radio. How you doing tonight, Mr. Albin?
Full of all kinds of awesome energy, my friend. How are you doing?
Oh man, I'm in the zone, dude. The first part of the show was a home run, grand slam, whatever you want to call it, since we don't have sports on TV. But I'm thrilled. I'm ecstatic, man. It's music talk radio. It's the Guitar Gurus. It's episode 69.
Man, you are fired up. I can hear it.
Oh, dude, man, I'm doing the pre-call with the boys, man. They're fired up. They're ready to come on the program. Of course, we're going to talk about the elephant in the room, the virus, and all that BS. But, dude, the new single, Love Hate Town, has came out, and it's dropped. And I love the song, man. I got it on my phone. It's really cool to have them on to legitimately talk about something new that's out that people can listen to the show and actually go get. So that's kind of cool, man. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's great that they're going to spend some time with us, man. Now's the perfect time. Just really taking off with it.
Right, this was what the show was made for. So we're gonna put the pro hat back on, man. Have a little bit of fun at the end. You know, we'll do the old over the top movie with Sylvester Stallone when he was at the end. He had to pull his hat around. So yeah, dude, we're gonna go back to that for a second, then turn it back around and have some fun at the end.
All right.
Oh, all right, dude. Well, I'm gonna get that. You know what? I'm talking so much. I'm so fired up. I forgot. I need to pop me an Ollie, man. I gotta calm down. What do you think?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, man. You pop that Ollie, take a sip, chill, get back to pro mode. We got this.
Oh man, that feels good.
We've
man.
done it. We've done enough of these. We know what to do.
Oh man, it feels so good, man. Drinking it when it touches my lips.
Oh, hold on now. I don't need all that description now.
Oh man. Man, when you talk about when you need a refreshment, popping an Ollie does it, man. Man, there's nothing better on a Thursday night premiere than popping Ollies with your buddies.
You'd know it.
All right, dude. So we're gonna get the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system cranking. I'm gonna get Phillip on first, and then we'll get him on. Then we'll get Chris on. What do you think?
Let's get it on, buddy.
All right, here we go. All right, come on, guys. We're going to get Philip Michael Parsons on of the Philip Michael Parsons Band. And then we'll get him cranking on the phone system. Here we go. All right, it's ringing. We got it cranking. Come on, Philip.
Hello?
Hey, Philip, it's Dan from the Guitar Gurus. How you doing, buddy?
What's going up, Dan? I'm doing great. How about you?
Oh, man, dude, the social distancing and trying to do the show how we normally do it, it's got everything messed up, but we're making do, brother. We're making do.
That's good.
All right.
There's been a lot of that these days.
Yeah, man. Hey, I got Albin on the other side of the phone. I'm going to merge it together real quick, all right?
Sounds good.
All right, here we go. Merging. Here we go. The phone's working. All right, Albin, say hi to Phillip.
Hey, Phillip, how are you, buddy?
What's going on, brother? I'm doing well. How about you?
Good, man. It's great talk to you again.
Yeah, it's good to talk to you as well.
Yeah, man. Thanks for spending time with us, buddy.
Oh, man, thanks for having me.
And
Anytime.
here's the cool part, real quick, guys. I'm going to let y'all have a private conversation in the background while I get Chris Dean on the phone. Then we'll start this thing up for real. What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
All right, here we go. Christine dialing it in, and then there's is Danny and Danny and Philip Michael Parsons are on hold while I'm calling Chris Dean.
Hello.
Christine, it's Dan from the Guitar Gurus. We want to go on the air, buddy?
What's up, dude? Yeah, I'm ready, man.
All right, dude. I got Philip and Dan Albin on the other side hanging out in the background while I'm dialing you up. How about that?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I wonder what they're talking about.
Dude, I wonder.
All right, let's
Is there a
merge.
way to play both?
No, let's merge over, dude. Let's see what's up.
All right.
All right, come on. Oh, there we go. Hey, guys, we're back. I got Chris Dean on the phone. Say hi, Chris.
Boys, what's up, Chris?
What's up, Phillip?
Oh, this is great.
This is
This
awesome.
is fantastic.
So we're doing a lot of these four-way calls going on, man, for the past couple of weeks. And actually, we had Rick and Carly on last week, so we had 5 people on the line last week. But I think 4 is the perfect mix. So what's up, guys? How y'all been, man?
Doing great, dude. Fantastic. We're kind of riding a high right now.
Right, with
Absolutely.
the new single.
After releasing Love Hate Town on Friday, we're feeling pretty good. Feels great.
Right, we're gonna get to the new song just in time, so don't worry, guys.
Yeah.
I got a big segment of the show
We'll talk
carved
about
out.
it now.
But all right, dude. So basically, what you've been up to since we last spoke is playing shows until the virus hit. Then you had to shut it down. Correct? That's the short story,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right. And that sucks, man. If we're hearing it from everybody, our hearts go out to you guys because it's like, dude, when you want to go perform, you can't perform, and it's a bummer, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Wow, man.
I mean, we play at least 3 or 4 times a week, typically. So to go from 3 to 4 times a week to 0, and having that, obviously, big source of income for all of us, definitely sucks. Just like the next person that is out of a gig, you know?
Yeah. That's been the thing, is it's been like hard to be too upset about it, just because there are literally millions of other people that are in the same boat and missing the things that they love, unable to make money, all that stuff. So it's actually been a little bit easier dealing with it, knowing that they're like, you know, we're not the only ones going through it.
Yeah.
I get that. That's a grand way of looking at things, man. It really is.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you guys have still, I mean, even with the circumstances and situation that we're in, you guys have still found a way to get out there and still have a lot of support coming in, even in times where you're not out in front of people. So that is a great job. Well done.
Right.
And that shows a lot of the community support and people believe in what you're doing. So you're on the right track, and you found a way to do it even with the situation. Good job, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, we got that one live video out at the last drop, and obviously we've all been trying to keep up on social media, so that's kind of the key right now for everybody, is keeping up on social media, showing what you're doing every day, you know?
Right.
Yeah. It's definitely provided a whole new angle for things, too, and I think it's been important for us. We've talked so much about how we're going to set ourselves up right now for things to really do better than ever when we're finally able to get back out there, but it's given us an opportunity to focus on things that we haven't been able to, and like the social media thing has actually been, in an odd way, kind of cool, just because so many people are paying attention right now. We have an audience that we don't normally have, I guess a percentage of an audience that we don't normally have, which has been kind of cool.
Right. I mean, social media has never been more important than it is right now with social distancing. Anytime someone wants content, they're going to their phone. And you guys, you know, brand new songs out, you know. I mean, how has it affected the band preparing to release the song in this kind of time? Were you excited for it because everybody's looking for new content?
Chris, you can answer that one.
So, obviously it was going to be released around this time, virus or no virus. So we kind of obviously used that to our advantage a little bit when everything happened, because we are able to release at a time where everybody is going to their phone for their entertainment, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, like Phillip just said, it gave us a huge push. Not that there's, you know, it's not that it's a positive situation, but looking for the positives within.
Yeah, for sure. We knew that it was going to be around this time that we were going to release it anyways, but I also did give it a little bit of a, you know, I was like, you know what, this is the time to put it out. So we had a few things that we possibly wanted to do strategy-wise before putting out, but I was like, you know what, this is definitely the time to do it, so.
Right. Well, dude, let's transition into, or Alban, you got anything before I do the next?
No, not at the moment. No, I'm just here.
All right, well, cool. I want to,
as always.
Right. I want to talk about the song. We've been building up to it. You know, I got through the minutia of what's happening. We all get it. You know, these guys get it. But we're talking the new single. Phillip Michael Parsons and Christine is joining us on the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system. We're talking Love Hate Town. Brand new, just came out this past Friday. All right, Phillip, tell me everything about this song. Did you and Chris write this song from start to finish together? What are the lyrics are about? Are they about Southern Maryland? You know, give me the details. This is the stuff I want to hear.
So I wrote the song with Stephen Hunley and Ben Stoll, and then it was produced by Adam Box from Brothers Osborne. But I wrote the song, and I had the song title in my head for a little while since I was bouncing around, and we got in the right, and it's always kind of been a dream of mine to
put some of my life and history into a song, but also to try to incorporate my hometown into that.
Right.
So we got into the right, and I was sitting there thinking, I was going through different song titles, and I had that song title, Love Hate Town, in my phone, and one of the guys in the room was like, okay, like what angle would we write that from? And I just started talking, and I was like, I just think it's crazy. I've been thinking a lot lately about how, in your hometown is the place that you fall in love for the first time, but it's also the first place that you break up, and it's the place that you run into people that you want to see, and it's also the place that you run into people that you don't want to see. And you have so many personal experiences. I know in the song it talks about how Route 6 is where I learned to drive stick, but it's also where my buddy's cross still sits. And I know that for so many people, you have good memories in certain places, but you also drive past things that remind you of painful things, and that's kind of what I wanted to capture. So wrote it with those guys, produced by Adam, and it's definitely about my hometown, and it's the song that by far means the most to me as far as the lyrics and all of that. So
that's awesome, man. I really dig the song, man. I was really getting into it. I jammed it a lot today, getting ready for the show. And wow, boys. I mean, Chris, that's you, right?
So I got the chance to be in studio a little bit. I laid down the sweet solo that you hear.
Right.
It has to be one of my favorite solos I've ever heard. I can say that because I didn't have anything to do with that part.
All right.
So, and that we have done a few songs, and I've been able to, dabble on each one a little bit and add some flavor, which I'm honestly super grateful with, because Phillip and I both know that in a situation like that where the producer, obviously in any setting, the producer's opinion is super important, but we are like, collaborating, and whatever is in the best interest in his eyes is, what we're going to go with. So I'm a little honored, to be honest, to be able to put my stamp on it just a little bit in that kind of situation, because that's a big deal. He could have called anybody to do that. He's a guy that knows people, but he allowed me to put some of my flavor on it, and obviously Phillip and I have talked about that, and that's what we both wanted, so I'm happy with it.
Well, yeah, it lends the, you guys have a vibe together because you play so much together.
Yes,
and,
for sure.
And when you take this out in front of people, they're going to be able to capture that same vibe because that's what they've heard. Yeah, so I also think it is a good thing. Yeah, I think it's super cool because, with Chris laying the solo on there, obviously he's going to have his touch on it, and I firmly believe that the person that played the song in the studio is always going to be the person that plays that part the best. I mean, for the one that wrote it, so
right.
I think that definitely allows Chris to kind of put his touch on it when we play it live. Yeah, I love it. I love that move.
That's cool.
Yeah, man.
Besides, like you said, they could have got anybody, but they didn't. They got Christine. Yes. And you're not just anybody, my friend.
Well, truth. Every time I've ever been in a studio setting, it's like you'll, kind of do what you do, and every time you hear it back, the producer has added so many things,
Yeah.
So that's always how it is, and like I said, happy to be able to slam a solo on that one.
Sure. And the whole studio process, it's pretty demanding. I mean, those guys have a way of getting the best out of people, whether you know they're doing it or not, and you may get frustrated, you may get tired, but they're just bringing out what you've really got inside that you didn't even know you had.
Right.
Yeah, it's a special talent for the producer to be able to get the best out of you while creating good vibes and also giving you constructive criticism, and I that's something that's extremely important.
Absolutely. One of the things I remember vividly when I was recording that solo is Adam was kind of pacing around the room as because a lot of the times when I do solos or things like that, I'll improvise because that's what I enjoy doing. So I was improvising, and he looked at me and he's like, be more intentional with your playing. And it made so much sense, and I was like, he's completely right. I'm just kind of, like I just said, improvising, but I need to, be intentional with what I'm trying to play. And that that was and I always think of that when I'm improvising now too. I'm like, be intentional with your notes and things like that. Just little things like that always help me.
Yeah.
When you're playing live, you can improvise all day long and it's awesome. But when you're recording the deal, you gotta boom, it's gotta be a map.
Right. I'll kind of improvise and get my feel, and then I'll lock it down. But he was like, just him saying be intentional, it made a lot of sense of him explaining that way to me. You know, you get things explained in different ways. They hit different. So.
Right.
So, Phillip, as you know, at the point of this show, which is, I know it's Tuesday, but it'll come out Thursday. How is the song sitting right now for you?
So with us being independent, without a record label, the fact that we stayed in the top, on the charts for a few days was incredible. But getting people to purchase songs right now on iTunes is not very sustainable. So right now, the push is Spotify, which it's doing extremely well. We got a few things up our sleeve that we should be able to talk about sometime soon, but just to try to get some things going on Spotify. But that'll be the push going forward. But as far as how things are going right now, I mean, we are so far above and beyond where I thought we would be at this point. So, it's been pretty incredible.
Great, man. That's great. Yeah, I was watching the progress throughout the last few days, watching it jump and jump and jump, and I just thought to myself, man, this is incredible.
Yeah, it was shocking. I know the last song that I put out, Breaking My Rules, it's ended up doing over time very, very well. We have 250,000 streams on Spotify and all that, but when we put that song out, it never made it on the charts, which is understandable. But the fact that this one, so my expectations were that it wouldn't be. Again, when I was looking at the charts the other day, I was kind of doing it a little bit hopeful, but I wasn't really admitting how often I was checking the charts the day after we put it out. and when I saw it, it debuted at 190. And when I saw that, I was very surprised, honestly.
That's real cool, man. I like that honest answer, man. That's a real honest answer. I like that.
Yeah. It's a lot of hard work, man, and a lot of heart and soul in something like this song, particularly, because it's not, it's not your, it's not like you're catchy, like I'm just writing a song to write a song. You're writing a song that you believe in. It's coming out of you.
Yeah.
It takes a lot. I mean, we've already had a segment earlier that we've already rated this episode X, so I can just say this. It takes a lot of balls, really, to put yourself out there like that.
Yeah. And it was also the longest it's ever taken me to write a song. This one, it actually took us 2 sessions, each one about 6 hours. And the problem with this one is that we actually had too much content. We were trying to take 3 songs worth of content and force it all into one. So
you had to fit it all into one package.
Yes.
Okay.
And it still ended up different.
There were so many lines. In fact, one of my favorite lines didn't even end up making it in the song. It was like a line, you know how it goes, I've thrown touchdowns and punches, I've hands and grudges, and it's the good, the bad, the good, the bad. And one of the lines, it's where I found God and lost religion. And I was so stuck on that line that I think the guys were actually fairly frustrated with me, but just because I was so stuck on that. But I ended up realizing that sometimes you just need to let something go and for a better product.
Down the road, you can always release the alternative version.
Yeah, this is true.
Or play that you play it live like that. You play it live like that. Give the audience something to come see you play for.
Right, and make it in low places.
And make it a big.
No, what's that song?
Yeah, and make it a big deal. We're playing the artist cut.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, man.
You don't even have to let people know. They know the song, so when they hear the extra parts, they go, "Oh my God, this is great! Why wasn't that in the song?"
I want to say something going back to you guys are saying the meaning of the song and the power behind it. As a listener of Phillip's music, because obviously I'm his guitar player, but I joined the band when he had already had everything previously released was before me. So these new songs that are coming out are the only ones that I've been able to put any touch on. So as a listener, I can say that this one lyrically is, I think, the closest to him. The lyrics hit me. This is my hometown too. This song, luckily for me, out of all the people that are going to listen to it, I can relate because it's about the same town. You know what I mean? So
Right.
Yeah,
definitely puts the heart on this one, I'd say, from all the other songs.
Yeah, I mean, as a writer, Phillip, it's as time goes on, I don't know how to put you mature as a writer.
absolutely.
And with that comes more deeper songs with meanings and things that you may not necessarily let people in on, but you can put them in a song.
Absolutely, yeah.
And this is that kind of moment for you where you're having that, I don't know, man, it's just, you're getting into that groove of, this is some good freaking songwriting, man.
Well, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean it in like, oh, the other stuff wasn't,
No, I totally get it.
you know what I mean, right?
It's a huge compliment, and it's something that I'm working towards, trying to, get better at a lot of those things, so I appreciate it.
Yeah. So we're digging it. We love our Southern Maryland down here.
Yeah, Southern
Yeah,
Maryland music.
Same here.
That's right, man.
Getting some original music,
I'm
man.
not a Charles County. I'm not a Charles County kid. I'm a PG County kid, but I live in Charles County now, and I can definitely see it. I feel it being
where
part
else
of
it's,
it.
man. That's all good.
Yeah.
Right, but more importantly, man, it's original music, man. I get so jazzed up for
Absolutely, yeah.
original music. And this is cool that y'all are releasing it independently, going here, we're serving it, taste it. It's good, man. It's real good.
Sure, man.
So, future plans, more songs. What do y'all? I mean, with the virus shutdown, is that kind of like curtail plans, maybe to record more since you got the downtime?
Yeah, so we were fortunate enough in this scenario where we already had 2 songs ready to go.
Okay.
We decided to put out Love Hate Town first, but we have another song in the wings that we could literally put out at any point. And it's another, in my opinion, fantastic song that I'm excited for people to hear. When I say fantastic, it's just the track is great. Adam crushed that track. So we have another one in the wings ready to go when we want. So with this whole virus thing, it's actually we couldn't be set up better at the moment, just because we could space them out. I mean, even if this thing lasted a while longer, we could put out another single in several months, 2 or 3 months, and all that. But I really am gonna. I was talking about earlier with my brother. He asked me the same question. I think that I'm just gonna wait another month or two, see how this song does, see what Spotify playlists pick it up, stuff like that, and kind of make a decision from there. Because if this song continues to do really well, then I'll probably wait just a little bit longer before I put out the next single.
Sure. I get that. I get it. Ride the wave, man. Ride the wave.
Yeah. Chris, I don't know if you had any input on that.
No, I think, a lot of that kind of stuff we would just talk about amongst ourselves. But I agree with you. I think riding the wave of Love Hate Town, because it's only been not even a week yet, and some of the songs take longer than a week to start showing.
I'm the media, dude. I gotta
sure.
put some pressure on. I'm the media.
Yeah, that's true. I know, like, the last single took, like, 3 or 4 weeks before Spotify picked it up on some of their playlists, so sometimes it takes a little bit of time for a song to catch momentum there, but I know that we've created a pretty good foundation in this first week, so I have some good feelings about it.
Great.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. Real good stuff. So the show's going to come out this Thursday, and earlier in the show, Mr. Higgins told us that Mr. Chris Dean's going to be having a happy birthday this Thursday. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's true. The big 2-6, man.
So, dude, from the show, man, happy birthday, Chris Dean. How are you, man?
Thank you so much. I'm doing well, man. I'm just, teaching virtual lessons, and I'm taking care of my son. I've actually had to go put him downstairs a couple times while we've been talking.
Yeah, dude, little man's awesome, dude. He can come on my show anytime, man. Little dude's an honorary guest.
That's rock and roll. He's defying the system, man. I'm not going downstairs.
Right,
You guys need
dude.
to have little Chris on the show sometime.
Yeah,
He's the
man.
man right now.
Dude, he's awesome, dude. Little Chris is cool.
He is really cool.
He's the man.
Well, shit. Happy birthday, buddy. 20. You said 26.
26.
I had to make sure because I'm a lot older, so I don't hear well. So good on you, man. Good on you, man.
Yeah, dude. I appreciate it.
I think your
buddy.
base isn't your base 26 years old, Danny?
I think it's older than that.
Wow, mid 90s.
Yeah, bought it brand new when I was in my 20s. Never mind. So,
Story for another day.
yeah, good deal, man. You guys are awesome.
I mean, shameless plug for myself real quick. I'm teaching virtual lessons right now, so if anybody wants to do that, hit me up. So
There you go.
yeah.
I might take you up on that, buddy. I might take you up on that.
I'd love to chat with you about music, man.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this entire conversation is a shameless plug. Man. It's like talk about like love, hate, town, and all that stuff. It's all shameless plugs.
That's right.
I hear you, man. Well, dude, I'm doing the jazz lessons online, man. I'm getting into playing jazz.
Oh, that's gonna skyrocket your playing, man.
It's insanely hard, dude. It's insanely hard. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, I know, dude. I know. I have a jazz book, so I hear you.
So that's cool, man. So guys, while we got a moment, man. So what are y'all doing to that's not music related during your normal days, just to get through the days? Did y'all pick up any hobbies or what? I mean, anything cool like that?
Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm taking care of my son, teaching my lessons. This virtual lesson thing is amazing. I can do this on the road now, so that's a huge plus for me because I've never done it before the COVID-19. So that's awesome. I've also started taking guitar lessons myself, Dan,
Nice.
from Tobias Hurwitz. I don't know if you know him.
Oh, from Animals as Leaders?
What's that?
From Animals, right?
No, that's Tosin Abasi. Tobias is out of Baltimore, but he's a shredder, man. Check him out.
All right, will do. Sorry, I got my
I've been
T's
doing
mixed
that.
up.
Yeah, that's about it.
Phillip, what are you doing?
Staying home.
Yeah, for me, it's I'm fortunate enough that my dad owns a home improvement company, a pretty large company in Southern Maryland, and fortunately, I grew up doing a lot of that stuff, and even on the side, back before I played music, I did a lot of that stuff. So I have a pretty awesome fallback plan for these kind of things, and I always feel like someday that would really, really come in handy. I mean, it's always come in handy, but it's like something that would save my ass at some point. And so over the last several weeks, my dad's company is still considered essential personnel. So I've actually been working my ass off just because I've been working during the day and then trying to do all the music stuff at night. And so it's been like double time right now, but I'm just extremely fortunate that I'm still able to do some work on the side just to pay some of the bills. But besides that, it's actually been a super cool opportunity for me to spend a little bit more time with family. I've spent more time with family in the last 3 or 4 weeks than I have in the last 3 or 4 years combined. And it's not just like spending time, it's like legit good quality time where it's, sometimes just like one-on-one, getting to sit down and hang out with the family. So doing a lot of that, but just really honestly, unfortunately, mostly working.
Right.
Dude, that's great. I've been selling your dad material for years.
Have you really?
What?
Right.
Oh, yeah. I just seen him a couple weeks ago he was in.
Where's this at?
It's a little shop in White Plains.
Okay.
The Roof Center.
Oh, the roof, yeah, absolutely. In fact, I was there the other day.
Were you?
Yeah, I was there the other day, and I accidentally walked into the side of the building, and somebody yelled at me because I wasn't supposed to be inside.
Oh, yeah, we're yelling at everybody that's walking there. No one's allowed in.
Yeah, I walked in, the door was like, the side door was open, I walked right in and walked up to the counter, and like the person looked up and they were like, no, you're not supposed to be in here. And I was like, oops, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I was there. I was just in my office.
Oh, that's interesting. That's funny. Yeah. So I was in there the other day.
Yeah, next time you come in there, let me know.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, hit me up. I'm there. I live there. Yeah. I've been there since Christine was 1.
Dang, all right.
He's been there since 95, dude.
Yeah, that's when I started in 95. But, yeah.
Crazy.
Small world, isn't it? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
After all, man.
Give me
I'm
some
sorry
mates.
that someone kicked you out.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's understandable.
That's just the way it is, man.
Yeah, definitely understandable. I can appreciate the safety.
Now, are you keeping with that? Are you keeping your? Because we had last time we had you got we had Michael on.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how you guys, your brilliant idea of the Planet Fitness memberships, right?
Yes.
Oh, man.
So, what are y'all doing in this case? Are you still how are you keeping yourselves in shape, man? How are you doing that?
Well, I'm doing a little bit of working out. Yeah, doing a little bit of working out, but also I've been digging holes and doing building decks, and I dug a trench that was like 6 foot deep the other day and about 50 feet long. So I've just been doing a bunch of manual.
How many people did you put in that thing?
Yeah, I mean, not as many as you'd think.
So you're out doing the physical labor. That's keeping you in shape.
Yes.
Chris, what are you doing?
I love how you say that. Okay, so when Michael was on the show, you claimed that you couldn't see me in the gym. So I have to call you out for that.
Please, by all means, call me right out.
So before the whole thing, I was actually super into it. And I still play my workout every day. I have my lazy days and everything, but I'm just making up workouts and just trying body weight stuff, high rep, whatever. I'm working out pretty much every day, though.
Wow. Well, let me apologize to you for that last time. I feel like a jerk. So Chris, I'm sure you're playing guitar, keeping your hands stretched out. Phillip, are you singing every day to keep your vocals stretched out? Your everything? Are you working on that as well?
So another interesting thing, before all of this happened, maybe a month or two before all this happened, I started taking vocal lessons, and it was something that was kind of something I was always stubborn on, and I started thinking about it. I'm like, even the best guitar players take guitar lessons, and it wasn't about like, maybe thinking I was like too good for it, but my point was that I never thought about it. It was just something that I just kind of like I don't know. I don't know why I never really thought about it, but it's something I've really enjoyed, and I've learned a bunch from it. So I still am having voice lessons once or twice a week and doing a bunch of stuff, but I haven't really sang a lot of, I haven't really sang a lot. It's more been like drills and a bunch of different stuff just to keep, to keep the voice lubed up.
Yeah. Oops. That's too easy. This is episode 69, by the way. So.
No, that's not
perfect. I said the voice, boys.
Danny, I saw your post before the show. That's why I thought of that.
Insert joke here, right? Yeah. That's just how it goes, man. That was great.
Awesome.
You guys are awesome. I've had too many. Sorry.
Well, dude, we're riding this wave of an awesome interview, man, and we've come to the greatest guru question since the show started. These guys have been on before so many times. We're not doing best gig, worst gig. We're bringing back during the Corona Files, best bullshit, worst bullshit. You can answer in any order you like, but you gotta answer both. Who wants to go first?
Chris, you start.
I want to go first.
Yes.
Okay. This is the scenario is bad. The action was good. So it's kind of like just the bullshit. All right, so Phillip is going to know what I'm talking about in a second, but we were driving home from God knows where. Phillip was driving. I was sleeping in the passenger seat. Probably nobody else was with us. It was probably just the two of us. And all of a sudden we come to a stop, and then I look up and Phillip is like bolting out of the van on the highway, like running down the highway, and I'm like, what is going on? And then I look up and I like kind of come to, and there's a car flipped on its side in the middle of the highway. And next thing I know, Phillip is on top of the car, pulling a man out of the car, like an elderly man, out of the car, pulls the guy out of the car, gets him on the ground. I guess he gets the other guy. I don't know. He got these people out of the car in this crazy accident, and then we just went on our merry way.
Dude, really?
Heroic shit.
See, that's the thing. That's the things people don't know about. Dude, you jumped, you sprung into action, no questions asked, and got two people out of an accident like that.
Well, actually, one of the funny things about that situation too is that they were all three. I think it was two guys. Yeah, both of them were very old, and I didn't realize that the first guy that I pulled out couldn't stand up. So when I got him out, I was like, "There's still another guy in there." So I got him out, got him stood up, and then immediately I let go and went like trying to get back into the car. And the next thing I know, the guy's just like going straight over. He couldn't stand up, and he had like pissed himself too. So he was like, he stood up. Well, I helped him stand up, and then when I let go, he started to fall and almost hit the ground before me and this other guy caught him. But yeah.
He's popping too many ollies, man.
Those guys were tore up.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
dude,
so
what a great story, man.
I was sitting there, I feel like a jerk because...
So did you just sit there, Chris, and just was like, what the hell's going on?
I didn't just sit there because there was a lot of people out there, and I didn't want to be the next guy. Phillip, I knew that he had it under control. I trusted him, and that's what I'm going to go with.
His cape came right out, didn't it? You know, don't even compete with that.
That's hilarious.
It was all him. That was definitely a Phillip scenario because he is, when something like that happens, he's the one that's springing into action, and then the scenario is pretty much dealt with.
There you go.
Oh man, I don't.
Now, was that your best or great, or was that your best or worst? That was the best, right?
For Phillip,
you don't know.
That was really good bullshit, but for the old man, it was really bad bullshit.
No, I said he pissed himself at it.
Yeah, so for the man, it was. I guess it was worse bullshit. That was really worse.
Go with the worst.
I don't know what the best would be. Go ahead, Phillip.
No, I guess I'll go with the worst while you think about your best. So,
yeah.
One of the worst scenarios that I've ever had at a show was, and even if this person is listening, I apologize for saying this. I'm not going to give any names, but I still love you. But anyways, this lady was at our show one time, and I walked up to her at some point because I recognized her. This is like in the very beginning of playing music, and I was like, "Hey, thank you so much for coming out again. It's great to see you." And she's like, "It's great to see you too." And she somehow in the beginning of the conversation, I asked what she was drinking, and so she's like, "Oh, I'm drinking a Long Island iced tea." And I was like, "Interesting. Oh, that's a pretty damn strong drink." So I was like, "Interesting." So I just took note of that, and she's standing off in the corner, seeming very shy at the time. And so I'm playing the show, and this is actually at Toots, and it's the first show that I ever played that there was at max capacity, and it was super cool night, you know, energetic, and I'm playing, and I just keep noticing that this lady is getting closer and closer and closer to my microphone, and obviously there's no stage there, so as people get closer to your microphone, like they're like right up in front of you.
Yeah.
Well, I started noticing, we took a break, that this lady's getting like over the top drunk, and we go back on, and she's again closer and closer, so she is like right up in front of my mic stand, like almost touching it, and she slams back the drink, one last like gulp of this drink, slams it back, and just never comes back from it. She goes straight over forward and subconsciously grabs my microphone stand on the way down, because her eyes are like rolled in the back of her head, like grabs the stand, snaps my stand in half. But people had been buying me drinks, so, and I wasn't drinking very many of them. I was setting them down like beer bottles down by the base of my my mic stand. So when she falls, she knocked over like 6 or 7 undrank beers. So she's face down in a puddle of like 6 beers, is not moving, completely unconscious. Is not moving. My mic stand is snapped in half, and the band is in the middle of a song. And they don't look at me like, what are we supposed to do? I have no idea. So they just kind of keep playing. And at some point, I didn't know what to do either. So I'm standing there and I'm like looking around for security, and this poor lady. Well, it gets worse. So like she goes out to her car. And I feel bad because I know she was super drunk, but she goes out to her car and she starts posting on my Facebook. Oh, like repeatedly posting all kinds of obscenities on like to my page, and it was 33. She posted 33 times by the time I finished the show. That last 45-minute set, and anyways, it was definitely one of the strangest nights.
Wow.
I've heard that story before.
Yeah.
That's probably my first time.
We haven't heard it, and we love hearing it.
I know. He has a lot of good ones, guys.
Damn.
I figured out my best one.
All right. Well, did she work at Bank of America?
Oh my god.
That's a good one, yeah. Well, see, the thing is that yes, she did, but she got fired.
Oh my god.
Got it.
All right, what's your best, Chris?
All right, it has to involve you again, and you'll once again obviously realize what I'm talking about. So, probably the best. You're like, oh, that is some bullshit right there. Not like, you know, obviously it's good bullshit. So, anyways, we were playing in St. Louis, and I think it was before I broke my foot, so it was a couple of years ago. But we were just kind of chilling around, and then the manager comes up and he's like, hey, I got tickets to the Foo Fighters concert playing at the Enterprise on the road. And he's like, you guys want them? And we're like, sure. So Phillip and I went and caught a little bit of the Foo Fighters concert before the show.
Nice.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, that would have been sweet. And that was also my first rock concert too, so.
A great one to be your first one is the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
That is some
That's
cool
so cool.
bullshit.
Hey, you want these? Sure. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, Foo Fighters. Dude, that's badass right there.
Oh, absolutely. It was so much fun.
We had me and Danny's brother Scott, who I still play with, and it was 1999, the day after Christmas, and we were sitting around my house that evening, and we're like, let's just go downtown to the Black Cat and just go get some beers, right? So we go down there, we go in the Black Cat, it's 12:26, the day after Christmas, nothing really going on. Me and Scott are sitting there talking face to face, and some dude walks in between us and almost spills my beer all over. Dude, it was Dave Grohl. What? Yeah. And he just literally walked right past, went about 10 feet down, and sat down at a stool.
What in the
And I'm like, dude, that's Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl almost spilled my beer all over me.
He did, please don't spill my beer.
And I'm like, dude, this is cool. I just want to go up and say, hey, man, what's going on? Like, Scott was like, nah, man, just leave him alone. He don't want to be bothered. So we didn't bother.
Good call. That's a good call.
We just sat there 10 feet away from Dave Grohl drinking for an hour, and I never bothered him once.
Yeah, that's badass.
Dude, man, what Foo Fighters are awesome.
I think I'm going to go mushy on you guys.
All right, cool. All right.
I'm going to get mushy. For my best, I mean, there are literally a million great memories and good stuff that happens on the road. I mean, every single weekend we go out, we come back, and we all like kind of stand around for a second sometimes, and we'll talk about how awesome the weekend was. And sometimes we get back at like 5 and 6 in the morning, and we all kind of like wander off like zombies in separate ways. But a lot of times we'll sit there and we'll talk about how awesome the weekend was. So there's always good memories and stuff like that. But I would have to say some of my best memories are actually during some of the darkest times that we've had. And the darkest times would be, after we had some uncertainty on the drums, we had some uncertainty at the bass where we had new bass players, new drummers every single week, and it was super difficult. And I got to say, Chris, just extremely stepped up the plate, and it was almost a full-time job for him because he was training and getting bass players and drummers up to speed almost every single week. And so I would say my favorite parts, some of my favorite memories were during those dark times where it was Chris and I driving on the road, and we were driving to Nashville picking up musicians, and then sometimes driving all the way to Florida or wherever the hell else we were playing. And then during that time, in the middle of all that, Chris broke his foot and never missed a damn show, and was still, right there hanging out with me. And Chris also came into the band, during some uncertainty on my part as well. And, so it's always been something that I'm extremely thankful for. So I would say some of my best memories are driving along at 2 a.m. with Chris, when all the stupid stuff that's happened, and even at times where I couldn't make it to the bathroom in time and all that stuff.
I was waiting for that.
Oh yeah. So yeah, those are some of my favorite memories.
That's awesome, man.
Stories
Well,
of the road.
thanks for giving us some insight on the bromance there. We appreciate that here. And that's great, man. That's got to make everybody feel good, because we've all spent time on the road with people that we could strangle.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, well, I think one of my favorite things is that it's pretty honest. I mean, like, there have been times that I may have had a bad show, or Chris may not have performed the way that he expects, and whatever the situation is, where we just will look at each other and be like, it's excellent accountability. And I think sometimes people make the mistake of thinking that a good relationship or a good friendship, relationship, whatever, is something that things are always, flowers and all that stuff. But I do appreciate that, when we've always kind of held each other accountable to a lot of different things, and it's, so that's definitely something that I appreciate.
Yeah, it's not all sunshine and rainbows all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not sure when I hit the mute button on my phone, but I've been saying stuff this whole time. I don't know. But I just want to chime in and say, if you guys hadn't heard anything that I was saying, is I totally agree with that. Because we'd be driving home at 2 a.m. and just look at each other and be like, how did we do this again? How did we manage to make it through this weekend again? Every weekend is a new band, and how are we continuing to do this? And that's what it was. After every week, it would just be him and I. We'd be coming back to Maryland, to drop me off or whatever we need to do, and we'd just be like, we did it again. And we just high five, and I'd probably fall asleep because I was broken foot in the passenger seat. But,
right.
Yeah, and then I wake up and Phillip's killing it, playing some Dierks Bentley on the radio, and it's just,
oh yeah.
So it's awesome.
That's great, guys.
Yeah.
Wow, man, what an interview tonight, guys. Man.
This is great.
This was a good
times.
one.
Yeah, this is good times.
We're getting a lot of great insight into y'all's world, and this is if there's any positive in what's going on, for us it's been the last few weeks of just having these intimate conversations with a couple of people from bands, and really finding out what's going on. And we don't just get the form letter of
Yep.
Hey, this is the deal. No, we're really getting to know people.
Yeah.
And everybody who listens to this episode tonight with you two guys, sure, they've probably seen you a ton of times, but they're getting more familiar, and they're just getting a lot of insight and getting that, that personal touch with you guys. So thank you guys for being so honest and candid with your answers.
Right.
Absolutely.
And letting people into y'all's world, because it is, as a musician, and we're a lot of us who listen, and me and Dan we're musicians. We've been on the road. We hear these stories, and we're like, I love these times. It's so much fun being, in the car at 3, 4 in the morning, coming back from New York or wherever, and just, you're frustrated and you're tired, but you're still like, this is freaking fun, man.
Yep.
I can't believe we're doing this, And to people who just go to see the shows, they get to get that insight, and I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you guys
for having us both on.
Hell yeah. I mean, we really just wanted Phillip, but he said Chris had some too. Yeah, here we go. Okay.
I heard they wanted Christine, and I was just the icing on top.
Me and Chris have this understanding, you know. Yeah, I'm getting bumper stickers.
It's your turn to start getting a little deeper. What do you mean by this understanding? What
Yeah, he knows. There's shirts and stickers made out there that says Christine sucks, and I made them. If anybody wants to know where they came from, I made them.
One day I'll get back.
You might have made them, but I was the investor.
That's right. See, somebody paid for them. Now I love you, Chris, man. You know I fuck with you. So
I love you too, bro.
You know that. I'll see you in the crowd, and I'll yell Christine sucks out loud. I love it.
You will, and I'll say yes, he does.
I like how he won the $100 gift card and spent it on shots. He said, "I'll take."
That's the kind of guy. That's the kind of guy we're dealing with.
Right.
See?
That's me.
Wait, that Chris did that?
We did a show with David and Dynamo. It was our first show last year ago, and we did a $100 gift card giveaway.
Oh my God!
And Christine won the gift card. And you know what he did? You know what he did with the gift card? Everyone listening. He spent it all at the bar and bought everybody drinks.
He said, "I want $100 worth." Like he's buying gas.
I took half of them for myself and gave the rest away.
And so that's the kind of guy we're dealing with right there. He's a great dude. You're a great dude.
Thank you.
So when I say Christine sucks, it translates into you're freaking awesome.
You're awesome, dude. I love you guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Unfortunately, I took one of those shots, and I don't remember getting home that night. But
I do remember the backlash. You Facebook messaged me the next day, and you weren't happy with me. But it was a good time.
Hey, I don't send people personal messages telling them I'm not happy with.
You mentioned that too.
Yeah, you got to watch me, man. I'm a real son of a bitch.
You got any cars? Hey, Alban, you got any cars for sale?
Maybe. No, dude, we appreciate everything you guys are doing, and the community's really rallying behind you guys, and I think it has a lot to do with the community, but it also has a lot to do with the personal content and the really straight from the heart writing and the song structures, and it's just, you guys are doing great, man.
Well, thank you.
So that's what I've got to say about that.
Right.
And
that's all I have to say about
good on you guys, man. Keep up the good work. Keep doing what you do. Don't give up.
Oh, never.
Keep grinding. That's my phrase, man. Keep grinding.
Right.
I just want to give up. That's one thing. You can thank Phillip for all the great songs that everyone has to listen to now, and the ones that they're going to listen to. And I'm just lucky to be able to, put a little bit of flair on it every once in a while. So he's a songwriter here. So.
Well, and on top of that, I mean, we can put out all the good songs that we want, but good song means absolutely nothing if there's not an audience. So we also feel like we have the best audience in the world.
Oh, absolutely.
I dig that.
Cheers to that.
Right. Well, dude.
We're feeling the love.
Yeah, dude, this has been awesome tonight, man. We appreciate y'all
really has.
coming on the show. We're definitely going to check in with you either late summer, early fall. Unless something drastic changes, we'll reach out. But I'm thinking that's kind of the gap till next time, man. And then
Sounds good.
Then we'll see what's up. What do you think?
Sounds great to me. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If there's anything we can do, let us know.
Sounds good.
Good deal. All right. Phillip, Michael Parsons,
All right, guys, have a good
Christine
night.
from the Guitar Gurus. We say thank you and good night, guys.
Good night. Thank you so much.
All right. Peace.
All right, guys.
Oh, there they go, man. They're off. They're off into their own world again, man. That was an awesome
There it
interview,
is.
dude.
We got a pretty good insight into the other side of their world tonight, which was freaking awesome, man. I'm sure a lot of people who are going to tune in are going to get a treat just hearing the the other side of the world, not just the performance side, but the things that go on behind it.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun, man. It was a fun interview. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy listening back, chatting with everybody during the premiere. I mean, it's Thursday. It's Christine's birthday, so happy birthday to Chris again, you know? That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
cool.
man.
Oh, man, but what a night, man. We're coming up on it, man. Hour 45, man, just where we want to be, you know?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, man, these shows are just going and cranking, man, and the insight we're getting from these artists doing these group interviews. I really love the energy, man, and in a weird time, I mean, we're making the best do, and it's kind of cool, man, how it's coming out, like you said earlier.
Yeah, and you know, I got to give a shout out to all the guests we've had over the last 4 weeks doing these things the way we're doing it. For everybody, the common theme is everybody's been very positive.
Yep.
And that is what is really helping everything right now. Tonight was no different. What, you know, very positive interview, a lot of fun. You can hear it in everyone's voice that it's going to be all right, man.
Oh yeah.
There's plenty of things to worry about, but there's plenty of things to be grateful for too.
Exactly.
I'm happy, man. I had a great time this evening.
Yeah, man. I mean, dude, let's break down the episode again, and then we'll wrap up and get out of here. What do you think?
Hell yeah, man. At some point, 69's got to get cleaned up. Let's clean it up.
Let's clean it up, man. Get it ready for next time. All right, dude. So we came in the show. We had our intro spot. We brought everybody up to speed. Shouted out last week's episode. Thank 3 Days of Rain for coming on. Then we had Higgins on, David Higgins from the Southern Maryland Chronicle for Higgy on the Beat. Shout out to Southern Maryland Chronicle. Then we transitioned and had Sean Kirkpatrick on for Sean in 60 Seconds. Always great checking in with him and hearing that story back with him and his band and his dad showing up. That's some
what a great
stuff.
One it was this week, man.
The Gurus After Darks episode.
He totally knew where we were at and played it perfectly.
Right, dude. That's going to be the name of the episode, The Gurus After Dark, episode 69. So that's good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Then we took a break and we played our standard commercial set, Allied Renovation. Shout out to Jesse and Company. When Corona's over, we'll be back to doing 2 for Tuesdays. Then we had Christopher Lane Tattoos and Cooper Construction for all your site maintenance solutions. You call Cooper Construction.
That's right. From site to site, he'll treat you right.
That's right, man. Get it done with Cooper. Island Music Guitar of the Week. Of course, when they get back to operate normally, we'll get back to that normal schedule. But shout out to Island Music as well. Prime Street Grill, we'll get back to you guys as soon as you get back to normal. I know they're operating a carry out only, but we're not going to be taking from the community when they're in need too. So, you know what I mean? We'll just promote them.
I'll just keep on going, picking up carry out as usual.
Right. And then to end the show, man, we had Phillip Michael Parsons, Christine on. We were talking about the new single, Love Hate Town. It's an awesome song. It's available on iTunes since last Friday. I highly suggest everybody go out, spend $1, download it, and show some love for some Southern Maryland talent trying to take it to the next level, man, because they're releasing as an independent. So help them out. You know, it's a great song.
Right.
I did it. I got it on my phone.
Total independent release. You guys want to show the support to the guys that do this full time. They're not working.
Right.
Throw $1 in there, man, and show some love.
Right.
Seriously.
And it's a great song, man. I highly suggest everybody check it out. Love Hate Town, Phillip Michael Parsons. Yeah. So, and dude, and that's the show, man. And then we're wrapping it up.
What a great episode.
Oh, man, it was a great episode. And I think, man, dude, just looking into the future, I think next week is looking to be something pretty awesome too, right?
Yeah, I've been doing some work on my own this time.
Right.
We're making some things happen. Next week's going to be freaking phenomenal.
So that's how we're going to end it. That's how we're going to get out of here. We're going to tease it. You're going to have to look out for the Monday reveal of the guest list. I think everybody's going to get excited when they see it. And Mr. Albin's arranged all this, so I'll just leave it at that. And that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, man. Finally pulling my weight.
Yeah, there it is, man.
Yeah.
Dude, man, what a show tonight, dude. What a show.
Well, thank you to everybody out there, Guru fans and fans of local music, and everybody. Thank you so much. Stay positive, stay safe, call on a relative, show your love, and that's really all I got, man.
Yeah, man. All I'm gonna say is, dude, it's the show, dude. We're getting it done every week. Coronavirus or not, social distancing's here. We'll do what we got to do to get it done, man. But dude, shout out to you. Thank you for your leadership during this time. So, we just had to get it done, man. But no, dude, this was a great show. I'm looking forward to next week's show already, dude. But I can't wait for the live chat on Thursday for the premiere, man.
Oh, it's gonna be a great time, everybody. Yeah.
Yep. So, dude, I think we're done, man. You spent?
I'm spent.
Cool. Well, dude, it's the Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan. We're Southern Maryland's #1 choice for music talk radio. We will see you guys next week.